our major stories. Jamaica Carnival 2020 is 3 months away, and already revelers and industry leaders are in high spirits. The tourism and entertainment industries have come together once more to emphasize the importance of Carnival in further building brand Jamaica. Christine Forbes reports.
In a few months, the streets of Kingston and St. Andrew will be packed with thousands of revelers from all over the world seeking the ultimate Jamaica Carnival experience. It stands to reason that the event launch was a fet. The annual celebration links a number of sectors across the grid. Minister of Entertainment Olivia Grange says Carnival is a good opportunity to promote brand Jamaica. According to Grange, it is the Caribbean brand with the greatest impact.
Carnival in Jamaica occupies an important space in the Jamaican festival economy. And as such, we commit once more to the work that we must support in ensuring that this year's event rises to even greater heights of expectation and satisfaction among consumers of the product.
It is expected to provide jobs for hundreds of Jamaicans. This, the tourism minister explains, is an indicator that the benefits of Carnival are not specific to any one sector.
Not just visitors to Jamaica, but will create an economic arrangement that will see hundreds and thousands of people enjoying the fruits, the economic fruits of this activity. Ms. Grange mentioned it, Camille mentioned it, and Dwayne mentioned it, so I will not repeat, except to say that the building out of an economic arrangement that will bring jobs and employment to hundreds of people is the bottom line of prosperity from Carnival.
Director of Marketing at the Jamaica Tourist Board describes Carnival as a creative extravaganza that contributes to the cultural expression of the country and will do wonders for the already booming tourism industry.
70% of those who attended Carnival in Jamaica last year stated that they would be visiting the destination over the next 12 months, primarily for vacation. We have converted visitors to the destination through Carnival activities. Congratulations to you, the organizers. Well done.
Christine Forbes, CVM Live.
Residents of Port Royal say they will not be left behind in its development as a prescribed tourist area. In anticipation of the cruise ship that should arrive on Monday, residents have taken jobs as tour guides, storytellers, craft makers and drivers so they can get a slice of the tourism pie. Jamila Maitland reports.
Port Royal has come alive and is under the spotlight as the area braces for the first cruise ship in half a century. In preparation for the historic event, several residents say they have already adjusted to meet the needs of the once marginalized community. The Port Authority predicts that there will be increased foot and vehicular traffic as of Monday morning. The Marella Discovery 2 is expected to arrive at 8 a.m. It has the capacity to carry almost 2,000 passengers. Resident of Port Royal and a trained tour guide and storyteller, Emery Butler, explains what visitors should expect on Monday.
So you'll see reenactment of like things they wore, officers, soldiers, you'd have storytellers here, people dressed up in costumes and uniform, a bit of reenactment with the magazine that used to store the gunpowders and guns and all these things. Also you could take a look at the Giddy House, which was sunk by the 1907 earthquake, and many other stuff.
In anticipation of the transformation of the Port Royal community as a cruise development hub and a tourist area, he explains that several youth have been given similar opportunities. 4 cruises are expected to visit the terminal by April. Emery Butler is encouraging residents not to get left behind.
If you're here and you're seeing that this is taking place, which is development, you're supposed to put yourself in that position so you can achieve and inherit in whichever way that you want to. Because not only Team Jamaica came here and trained us, we had other programs teaching people to make bead, represent and all these things and other crafts and all these things, yes? So if you want to get left behind, that's your problem.
Meanwhile, Assistant Vice President of Business Management and Special Projects at the PAJ, Carla Huey, explained that after recruitment, 41 residents were registered and trained by the Tourism Product Development. From the batch, she said some received additional training as tour guides and as storytellers. Ms. Huey revealed that soon they will be employed by the PAJ.
Some will be employed to JNHT until the end of their contract, and after that, all 15 will be employed to Port Authority.
Jamila Maitland for CVM Live.
A move is being made to raise awareness on marine conservation through education programs for children. A non-profit organization in East Portland is responsible for the project, which invited over 49 students to their first live class on the subject. Our reporter Khadija Thomas tells us more.
One of the United Nations Sustainable Goals speaks to conserving and sustainably using the oceans, seas and marine resources for sustainable development. This involves preventing and reducing marine pollution, managing coastal ecosystems, along with conserving 10% of coastal and marine areas. Now students from the Drapers Primary School are being exposed to these goals through the Alligator Head Foundation, learning that whatever is done on the land can impact sea life.
I've learned about the mangrove, that it helps the little fishes grow and traps the big fishes from eating them.
There are aspects that is found in their curriculum across the classes. Yeah, so when they came now, they were actually reinforcing what was done in the classroom.
Based on the United Nations Sustainable Goal number 14, by 2020, systems must be in place to sustainably manage and protect marine and coastal ecosystems. Plans are also in place to end overfishing, unregulated fishing, and destructive fishing practices. The manager at the Alligator Head Foundation says the aim is to make more students aware of these existing targets and treat them with importance.
For the paradigm shift to occur in terms of how important it is for us to protect the environment, we need to not only be looking at adults but also at children. This is where, of course, we know they are the generation of tomorrow. We're trying to make sure that people understand that marine conservation doesn't have to be separate from what you do in everyday life. We can combine everything because everything is part of the big picture.
Khadija Thomas, CVM Live.
The mayor of Kingston says the municipal corporation will be taking a proactive approach to deal with the effects of a possible drought in the upcoming months. This comes as the Met Office warns of below-average rainfall in the upcoming months. Christine Forbes reports.
Mayor Delroy Williams says the report sent by the Met Service will not go unnoticed, especially since having consistent water supply is crucial for the effective operation of the municipality.
We have to begin to have some discussions at the level of the committees and the relevant committees, and I believe that as council we have to begin to have some communication with the end of the sea and with some institutions. So I would take the opportunity to urge the end of the sea to take this piece of information seriously and begin to take steps.
He is calling on citizens to take heed and be ready if and when the country should experience a drought in the near future.
We are also saying to institutions and farmers and householders that they have to practice water conservation methods.
He says citizens and institutions alike should take the necessary steps so as to reduce the effects of the potential drought. Last year, lack of water around Kingston and St. Andrew was consistent throughout the year, with the National Water Commission implementing a water prohibition order. Christine Forbes, CVM Live.
The government is revamping its Youth in Agriculture program to make it more accessible to young Jamaicans. The state minister in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries says the aim is to remove negative perceptions by showing young persons how profitable agriculture can be. Khadija Thomas tells us more.
The latest report from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica has shown reduced growth in agriculture, forestry and fishing in 2019 due to dry weather conditions island-wide, coupled with increased production cost. Despite this occurrence, the State Minister Floyd Green says wealth is being generated in agriculture and young people must get on board.
So we have to change the narrative. We have to to change the story. And we've already started that. We're partnering with Nutramix to tell more stories of young people who are in agriculture, who are doing well, who, again, to get out of the minds of people that a farmer look a certain way. We passed that. We gave a young lady the Youth in Agriculture Award. And her farm is almost 70% technology based. Where she makes significant returns is from people just touring her farm.
With Jamaica's unemployment rate at record low of 7.2%, Green says young people must grasp opportunities in the agricultural field as existing barriers will be removed.
Our extension officer services are woefully understaffed. And as such, if you're in the field and you need some help and you need somebody to give you that guidance, it's very hard to find. So what are we doing about it? We're going to start a program that we call Extension Officer Assistance. One, and it's going to have a twofold impact. One, we're going to be choosing young people from communities who will be trained basically as extension officers, who will work for a year on this program.
The Extension Officer Assistant Program is expected to be launched by March this year. Green was speaking at Capital Solutions Limited Cocktails and Conversation event. Khadija Thomas, CVM Live.
Vote out Labour chants the People's National Party's Dayton Campbell as the PNP All Island tour lands in Brownstown, St. Anne. The All Island tour is part of the opposition's effort to showcase a united and strong PNP as they anticipate the next general election. Christine Forbes reports.
Different stops, but the message remains the same. The People's National Party, PNP, is mounting the atmosphere for the next general election through its all-island tour. This time the stop was in the constituency of Dr. Dayton Campbell, whose reappointment to the shadow cabinet was disreputed earlier this month. Campbell made it clear that he will be retaining his seat in northwestern St. Anne.
Me want prosperity where they in your wallet and your billboard, and in your freezer, your cupboard, and in your kitchen, and in your bedroom. I want you to be prosperous.
Campbell is further silencing talks of division within the PNP.
Comrades and friends, I want you to make welcome a man whose determination is to make this place a better place for all of us. Him not only a try make 1 and 2 PNP get you in a life, he wants to fix Jamaica for all of us. He is the one that fixed the economy of this country. And I hear them now talk about certain man better to manage it, and I tell them go back to hell with that lie.
Leader of the PNP, Dr. Peter Phillips, continues to call attention to the deficiencies of the Jamaica Labour Party government.
In the first 2 weeks of the year, murders is almost 30% more than it was in January last year at the same time. That is after state of emergency, state of emergency, state of emergency.
Phillips says the JLP has no plan or the ability to provide citizens with the prosperity they had promised. He, however, assured comrades that the PNP is ready to rescue the country and deliver.
Big party, bomb boat, big plan to retire them friend and rehire them friend. Millions and millions and millions of dollars of your money misused.
Christine Forbes, CVM Live.
We're taking a quick break here on CVM.